Do you think Logan Paul was partially to blame for the Sofia-Alex breakup?
I think he put ideas in their head when they came here, like, hey, you guys are being underpaid. I think that is when a lot of it started, because I fucking yelled at them right after. The way they conducted themselves in the interview, some of their answers. I don't have proof of that, but I think you were like, hey, you guys are making this.
So Logan's a piece of shit.
No. I mean, it's to whatever. It's everything's different.
I'll be right back.
I heard your reaction to their breakup. And it's like a band thing. I get they want more. And if they were independent, they'd get more.
Right.
But they also, if they didn't sign with us, people may not know who they were, you know?
And we understood that.
Yeah.
We said that. Yeah, the reason he asked is this dude, Eddie Barstool, he said this. And I'm actually not. I'm gonna.
I agree with
myself
that.
here.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah, what?
I don't know when he said that.
He said, "Can I say something else?" I think the Caller Daddy girl's mind started changing once they started hanging out with those Paul brothers.
I agree with that.
There's only one of me here.
No, when it was there. But part of that too.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, for the
Pizza?
love of God.
Listen, Logan's a dickhead, so I thought I'd bring your second favorite place.
Mulberry's
not your first,
not bad.
that's really
You've had-
fucking far. And
Mulberry's not bad.
Have you had the LA version?
Yeah.
You have?
he
The
rated
one on
it
Mulberry.
7.5.
Or the one
stars.
Beverly Hills.
Wait, let's
finish CHD.
Stay on,
let's
on
finish
topic
CHD,
here.
yeah.
Fuck the pizza.
No, it was a great
we'll get to the
play.
pizza.
Strong play.
But the Caller Daddy girls, I really don't think I was the impetus for that. I really don't.
I think it was in your.
Because
I think it was going to happen no matter what. But I think you were. I think you were what started it. Like there was a little bit of a change when they went to LA. And by the way, like I think I was the one who coordinated originally. Like I knew your brother like was in our headquarters, and they had a bunch of different stuff they wanted to do. And however that came about, like I was for it. But they definitely when they went to LA, their mindset had changed a little bit when they came back.
I didn't plant the seed in their head because we had talked. We were like, yo, these girls are great. I wonder what their deal is. So we asked, and when they said, I think my reactions were a bit visceral, and it maybe got them thinking. And
By the way, their original deal was fucking pretty good for them. Like they were nobodies. They had nobody listening. So it was like I think $70,000 a year, like for nothing. And it was like Sofia had a job at some
like Baby Gap.
No, she was like at a financial firm. She was
right.
So we didn't even know she existed till Alex met. She's like, hey, I have this partner. You're gonna have to hire her too. I was like, fine, we'll do both. And then they exploded so fast,
so quick.
And we gave them raises. They were always a little bit coy with what was going on, but it's the same thing I always said. At the end of your contract, go be multimillionaires. So, but I do think it started with that. I do think it started with that here.
Who discovered them? That was a bit of a gold mine.
Who discovered them?
Yeah.
So the backstory on that. So me and this guy Gaz, who I work forever, Alex's ex and a girl that I used to hook up with had history. So we were following Alex.
Okay.
And Alex, when she was dating the pitcher there, Syndergaard, was like fucking putting shit in his face in front row. She made a little like teaser for Caller Daddy, like the first one. And I followed her on Instagram. We saw her like, what the fuck is this? So we called her in. I met with Alex, and it was so slick. And it's like, who made this for you? And she's like, I did. I'm like, what do you mean you did? Who cut it? Who edited it? She's like, I learned how to do it all. I did all. Once she said that, like, okay, she's serious about it.
Self-starter.
Yeah,
Wow,
right.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think they had one episode out at the time. So we saw it right at the beginning, put it on the platform, did a 3-year deal, and exploded.
Y'all are always so far ahead of the game. To be able to recognize talent in that way and the virality of what that podcast would be is
well, we had
impressive.
no idea. I mean,
we had some idea.
Well, no, we thought it could work,
Yeah.
but it's no different. I mean, we had this conversation with Alex when shit was starting to go bad. You know, if we're investing in 10 podcasts, 9 of them may be like failures. We're still paying those contracts.
Yeah.
So the one that hits, that kind of funds the whole thing. When the one that hits is like, hey, we're gonna quit, or you get it, the whole model blows up. You know, it's like a band model. It's no different than when like a band hits it or a musician like, I want out of this record deal. Right. It's like, well, we signed you so you'd be big.
I feel like there's few times where that's not inevitable. Like
always,
when you sign talent, and my brothers went through this with Team 10. We've seen it in every like Hollywood model where the network, the industry, the guy is signing talent. Eventually, the talent's like, "Hey, man!" Like they forget where they came from and
it's
why
100%.
How can you avoid that? Like,
you can't.
How did that not happen with Eminem and Dre? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that not happen with them?
Because that's brotherhood, bro. Like that guy was poor, bro. He put food in his mouth. There's a difference. like this girl had her own life and did her own thing, so it's hard to like move on from that. But when you see somebody literally take you from underwater,
From nothing.
and then stick with you side by side, help you make your decisions, like they didn't fucking leave each other's hips.
And in our world too, I get it. I always try to put like, you know, you don't know, are they going to be like hot in a year? So it's like you want to strike while, you know, it's hot and everyone's
Right.
putting shit in your ears. I mean, we've had it with them. Part of my take's gigantic, and Dan has like been with me
Yeah.
forever, and
Yep,
they
yep.
kind of exploded. It's like, well, you guys are under contract. Now that one's different because they're employees first, but it always happens. It happens not just with podcasts, it happens with everybody.